Everyone in the world should have a life insurance policy. Now, this is the reason. This is for you, the young people. Young people meaning you have a parent, not young like you are 13 or what. If you have a parent and the parent doesn't have a life insurance, maybe you are privileged, you are working, you should think about taking a life insurance policy right now. The earlier the better. We have parents. Now, if anything happens to our parents, we'll take responsibility to take care of them. If your parent doesn't have a life insurance, what are you waiting for? We are a society that we like waiting for catastrophe to happen so that we can start rushing up and down. Now, life is designed in a very interesting way. While we are young, we are energetic, we are healthy. All those. But when we start to get older, our immune system also weakens. And that attracts most of the time illnesses, which oftenly can become so often. Now, this is the reason why you should take life insurance for your parent. If you have a parent right now, he or she doesn't have insurance. Our parents raised us, took us to school in order to get educated, help them and help the bigger society. Now, you have a chance right now to secure your future, to secure your finances, your assets, to give you peace of mind, to give your parents peace of mind, your relatives, your dependents. There is no country in the world, no government actually, there is no government in the world which massively advertises life insurance. That is by design. The governments know they cannot take care of us, all of us. In Kenya, we are maybe 55, 58 million people. The government knows it cannot take care of all of us. That is why it has waived the taxes in life insurance. USA, the same. USA, the US government knows it cannot take care of all those over 300 million citizens there. It has waived life insurance policy for them so that they can the uptake of life insurance can go up and help the people help themselves, take care of themselves. And any other government out there, life insurance is usually free. Now, the difference between us and the other European countries is we are very ignorant. We wait for problems to begin so that we can start blaming on each other. Now, the European countries, almost every person has life insurance. We like misinforming others. We need to take accountability. We need to take control of our own lives. Do your own research on anything. Don't just believe anything that some people are saying. Life insurance is not for the dead. Life insurance has a lot of living benefits than death benefits. That is why it is called life insurance and not death insurance. It was created by design. Now, when you compare the rich, even in Kenya, and the poor, the rich, in the burial, somebody was saying a joke. For the rich people, you usually see them crying a little bit while giving their speech about their maybe parents or their relatives who have passed on, saying that they are still taking care of them. Now, for the poor people, the person was saying, for the poor people, you find that somebody goes to the grave. Of course, the person knows that the person is dead, but he goes anaenda kwa grave, anajifanya ana faint karibu 15 times, but by design huanguki ndani ya shimo ya grave, ana faintianga tu kwa nje 15 times. Ana faint, anaamka, ana faint, anaamka. The rich people wanalia tu pole pole, alafu wanapanguza machozi, wanasema person A and B amekufa, but he or she is still taking care of us. They know, the rich know how to use financial instruments to their advantage, to leverage them. Every financial tool is created by design. Every investment vehicle has its own function. Now, while us in Kenya, we like waiting for catastrophe, maybe to go to, to create groups, which, it can be a sad situation. Maybe a family is not able to. But right now we have the knowledge. There's social media, which I think most of us have access of. Kenya is the number one country in Africa that has the highest percentage of social media users in Africa, and even in the world. Now, my point is, life insurance is like mandatory for everyone. Problems will come. Life is not always on the up. But when the problem comes, not if, when the problem comes, are you prepared? Life insurance is mandatory for everyone because it has so many benefits. One of them, of course, this is a presentation for me urging you to take life insurance for your parents before they get so old. You know, some people there are people who are uninsurable. The sick and the old people are not insurable. The sick are also not insurable. By bad luck, go to the hospitals, you find people who are really suffering. We are privileged to be healthy right now. Now, life insurance helps us to cater for medical expenses. For example, we all have parents. By bad luck, maybe your parent falls sick. What happens now? Yes, I get it. We are all investors nowadays. Everybody is talking about money market fund. But maybe you have 200,000 in your money market fund. How long will that amount be able to sustain you and your family? You remember, you have your family. Maybe you have your wife, kids, and you also have your parent to take care of. How long will that 200,000 shillings be able to sustain you and your family? And you have other medical bills to pay. Life insurance policy, you pay small premiums while your parents are still young. It covers you for medical expenses. Okay? Life insurance also covers for post-retirement income. A lot of us say that we are ready for retirement. But are you really ready for retirement? Try to calculate your expenses. Maybe your expenses comes to 45,000 per month. You have retired at the age of 60. Now, 45,000 per month, how long can you predict that you will be able to live? Maybe calculate this amount times 30 years, times 40 years. times 50 years. Yeah, there are people who reach the age of 110. Calculate your monthly expenses times the number of years. Remember, there is also inflation. Life insurance covers for medical expenses, post-retirement income. Now, life insurance also covers debt repayment. By bad luck, we all hear stories of families. Maybe they were not well off. Now, by bad luck, somebody died. They have maybe the corpse in the mortuary. They are not able to raise funds. And they have a piece of land. We have heard of stories of people taking their title deed to the hospital as collateral in order to be given the body. Or even in worst case scenarios, people's body, the mortuary stays with the body for around 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. We have heard of cases where people's body have been held by the morgue for around 6 years, 12 years because of debt. Life insurance also secures your family's future. Now take an example of that family which was on the news, in the news. The mortuary had stuck with their body because of the expenses, the bills they had. Now, how will that family be able to survive? You are working, that is like being a slave. You are working so hard in order to pay the bills for the morgue, so that the body can be released. Why not take life insurance policy? There is a solution for our problems, but we are that culture and community and society that we usually like degrading other people. All the wealthy people have life insurance policy. The countries abroad, UK, USA, France, Japan, Germany, every person takes life insurance policy because they know death is painful, yes, but it will come. They plan ahead. Car insurance is mandatory in Kenya. Health insurance is mandatory in some countries. But there is nowhere in the world that life insurance is mandatory. The governments know that if there is a high uptake of life insurance policy, there will be nowhere to tax people. Why are you waiting for catastrophe to happen? Or today you are in good health. Why don't you take life insurance policy? Cover yourself. Take a life insurance policy for your parent if you're able to pay for them. Pay for their dues, premiums every month. That will go a long way to securing your future. Think of it like this. You have a parent, or you have dependents maybe. They're in good health right now. Then by bad luck they fall ill. Yes, you'll say you have money in the money market fund. Everybody says like that. But you are the one who will be forced to sell your assets. Because you are not seeing the bigger picture. Every smart people knows every investment vehicle has its own role and use. SACCO was created by design for those people who, most people say the teachers are the one who created SACCOs for cheap loans. Banks are used for transaction. Money market fund is not an investment vehicle. MMF is a place for parking your money when you wait to get a better place for your investment. If your portfolio doesn't have insurance in it, life insurance, that is an incomplete portfolio. This is the only income replacement, your future income replacement vehicle. There is nothing else that can replace your income, your future income, like life insurance. So stop deceiving yourself that I have land. Yes, you have land. But when you have a sick person in your family, the value of that land will automatically go down. You own the land, yes, but by bad luck you're divorced. The value of that land will go down. You're not maintaining your property. Desperation kicks in, you need money. The value of that land depreciates automatically. Let's open our eyes and see. This is a must for when you're building your investment portfolio. You say you have invested in, there are 5 asset classes. There's equities, shares, properties, commodities, cash, bill stock bonds. All those minus life insurance, that is an incomplete portfolio. This is the only product that secures our future income, and income is the greatest asset in the world. Income is the greatest asset in the world, not asset. If you have 10 million of assets and they are not bringing any income to you, that is a liability. So think smart and start using in all the investment vehicles to the advantage. Open your eyes. Save yourself the hustle and bustle. Stop rushing to the mchanga while you have the freedom, the knowledge, you have the money. In Kenya usually like sherehe. Tunapiga sherehe kila siku kutoka Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday ni sherehe. Kila siku leo ni black label ya 4,000. But you cannot afford to take life insurance policy. You want to say that you cannot afford life insurance policy of when you are spending 4,000 to buy black label, 4,000 to buy red label. Now per day you have spent 8,000 shillings. Kutoka Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 4 days. 8,000 each day, 32,000. Okay. We have misplaced priorities. Why can't you skip one day? Your Thursday or Friday, si lazima kwenye black label labo uende sherehe. Why shouldn't you secure your future? Secure your family's future. Give you peace of mind. Be able to pay the medical expenses. When our parents get old, the immune system weakens. Diseases come by. Heart failure, most of the time kuna high blood pressure, kuna diabetes. Those are draining, cancer, HIV, with bad luck. Well, you are going to your sherehe. Think about your future. The time to act is now.